Hey guys, we're Mystic Tales. Welcome to our favorite dice rolling game where we all make rash decisions and get way to any character. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. Doing great.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
So, last session, the party bravely continued up the mountain, fighting all manner of primates as they descended. They were ascending the mountain away from the gnomish native city of Lurton. After reaching the top of Mount Camphor, you all began to investigate the area for any clues that may point you to what you're looking for. Without much time to do so, an ancient great worm crystal dragon appeared from the cave entrance. It emerged from its lair, and from what it said, you gathered that it had been captured but managed to escape. It came back to its lair to find it destroyed, and without any direct responsible party to seek vengeance, it lashed out at the party. Unfortunately, although the weakened creature was slain, it was able to take the life of a fellow party member. We now open as the dragon has just been slain. Its massive form lays limply shining in the sunlight of its crystal scales. Albus's lifeless form lay shredded and thrown to the side. What do you all do? Those of you that are there.
Well,
I reckon I would like to approach his body and take a look at him.
I mean, he's mangled like it's
Bad. He's dead.
well, we might as well make use of the resources that we see here. We wouldn't want his life to go to waste. As I stick my hand in his pocket.
So what do you guys want to do? Do we bury him? Do we leave him here? What do we do?
It wouldn't be too hard to bury him.
How big is he? How big is he?
he's a medium.
I think it was
Bigger than
less than 5 feet tall.
Okay, yeah, we could bury him. Put rocks on him. So you don't
Oh,
have to
no,
dig a
well,
hole.
I was 5 feet and 1 inches, weighing at a staggering 135 pounds.
Extremely short.
I was a small thing.
I mean, we just fought a dragon. It's got to be
Basically,
claw
like you in
scrapes
middle
and shit around. We could probably just
Yeah,
Sam, just use
we'll
one of
bury
those.
him.
I say we bury him.
Kind
Take
of
the
cover
time.
him up with some loose stones and stuff.
We'll go get some
Yeah.
of the bedding, the ape bedding, and throw over top of him, and
top of a
Make him a
mountain.
little blanket.
we could always do the burning vigil or whatever where you
done for you.
The shrine is made, and what useful components are taken away from a fallen
Companion.
companion. And the sign of respect is shown before we move on. Now, what is the plan? What is the plan beyond this?
I want to skin the dragon, and I want to take crystals off of it to make arrowheads.
Same.
Well, I was also going to know,
Oh.
does anyone, since we're taking the stuff that was on said Albus, does anyone want to know what was on him? So
Yes.
it could be divided if whoever wants to know.
You got any healing stuff over there?
I have Vertiflux, Black Smear, a club, a longbow, and a ring.
Give me that
Your
black
ring is your spell
smear.
focus.
Well, still, someone can take it and sell it, do whatever they
Am I
want.
gonna have to look up what that
I'm good
does?
with just the gold.
I know it
Figure out
puts
that
like
we can use
poison
magical
and junk
items.
on
I'll
it.
take your black smear. I have.
Take the Black
You have
Smear.
a little bit of it anyway.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have some from.
you can
I
put-
don't know what that does. But
Yeah, you can have the rest of it then.
I believe
So,
it does con damage.
do you want the Vertiflux?
Sure.
I don't remember
Alright,
how
so
much
it's
it
one
was.
Vertiflux, one thing of it. Black Smear has ×3.
Oh yeah, it would have been one. It'd been roughly 100 gold pieces worth.
Yeah. And then you get my 950 gold that I had. And only thing that's left is the longbow, club, and
How do I-
the ring.
Like, how do I add like?
You just need to.
I'll take
have
your
some
longbow.
notes.
Okay.
I'll take your
'Cause I don't
longbow.
know that
Okay,
you'll be able
you
to
can have
find
the
it
bow.
in there.
I mean, if no one's going to take the ring, I can probably take it and use it for something.
And the
Just put it on your tail.
It has no inherent magical abilities. It's just.
Is
it was
it?
his
You said
spell focus.
100 gold pieces worth
Yeah,
of
but I mean-
vertiflux.
I
Yeah.
have to
Yes, it
craft
was
in order
one-
to advance.
It was like
so.
one.
and then there's the club left. Whoever
Essentially,
wants the useless
the weight
piece
of
wood.
it is measured.
I'll
in
take
gold
it and
pieces.
wrap it in your
It's
arm
roughly
before we
100
bury
gold pieces.
You know the bad part is
That's a
the
useful
club
use,
is
though.
something I've never used. I used the bow before and everything. Just the club I've never used. So unlikely that would be.
So while y'all are you done divvying?
I'm done. I just
While
want to make
y'all
sure.
are skinning the dragon or getting what you're able to get off of it, we are going to move back to the city of Gloria. You, Reuven, went and had a discussion with Arlel about information. She lended you a book for you to read in the time that you have. And then you went and found a place that you could procure some clothing and have managed to change the look however you feel you want to change it. What do you do once you're done with that kind of stuff?
Once I got done with that, I returned back to Chloria.
Well, you're in Chloria.
So
the city is Chloria.
Okay, so I returned back to the tavern in hopes that the group shows back up, because at this point I'm not with them and have really no way of telling where they are.
Right. So, in the tavern, what are you doing in the tavern?
Having a pint.
Having a pint.
A mega pint.
Do you want to interject?
Sure. What can I get you, fella?
Some mead, please.
Mead?
Whoa, wait a minute.
One mead coming right up.
Oh, no metagaming. Sorry.
So, Casey, would you like to describe your new character?
I would love to describe. What would the group like to know about said new character?
What does he look like?
You're only telling Reuven because none of us are here.
I'm giving the description of him, what you would like to know. He's tall, built, unlike me.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Kinda. Sort of combed over browny hair.
Is he human?
Yes, I am a human, and I am wearing a partial of a suit, just missing the jacket, basically. Rolled sleeves and everything.
So you look like a busboy.
Sort of.
Slash bartender.
Little do you know.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
You handed me my drink. It was a safe assumption.
Anything else you would like to know?
I mean, you've introduced your character now.
Alright.
You now are to having a roleplay discussion.
What is thy name?
My name is Gala.
Gallagher?
Galahad.
Gallagher, got it.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to
My
meet
name
you.
is Reuben.
Reuben?
I've seen you in here a couple times, but haven't had the pleasure of speaking.
I would hope so, considering I'm the owner of this establishment.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
So you've seen us multiple times.
You and your friends have quite made me a bit of good wealth.
Okay, well, so it's good. So yes, they are my friends.
Yes. Might I ask, where are your said friends?
That is a very good question.
You actually know.
I know where they are?
You have the information that they went to a place called Mount Camford.
Gotcha.
You were filled in that episode of what everything was going on. I think you were actually there. Yeah, you were there whenever y'all met Rexar and everything was explained to y'all and where y'all were going.
Right.
You just said, hey, I'll catch up with you
I
guys.
gotta catch up. So they are actually on, what was it, Mount Camford?
Yeah.
And I had some important business that I had to take care of prior to them departing.
I've heard of it. I've passed there a couple of times doing some personal errands myself.
Maybe on a boat. This is the middle of the jungle.
Well, I mean, I'm the dude who just basically go gets my own supplies, so that would seem likely. Is there anything else I can do for you, good sir?
If you don't mind just me hanging out until the rest of the group returns. This is really the point zero of every meeting we've ever had. So eventually they'll be back.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. Welcome to the establishment. If you need anything, just give me a holler.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Should I ask him what the name of this joint is?
I already have that in mind.
So at some point, not to be metagaming here, at some point y'all have to get together.
Like you can't just leave him as the bartender.
he goes from character to NPC again.
Casey's whole character is just him serving drinks.
Little do you know that I'm just basically useless in this whole thing, and I just serve everyone drinks, so you're welcome.
You've overheard much of the conversations that have been had.
Yeah.
So you know a little bit about what sort of funny business they've got into. You hear a lot of things around the tavern.
Slight British Bobby Boucher over here.
Or about, Dwayne The Rock Johnson over here.
And we got Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
It's more like Rocket Raccoon, but that's fine.
No, he's Master Splinter.
Please don't ask me to do any sort of like.
I'd figure it'd be him because I just walked off and did some things. I figured he would assume something would be wrong.
I'm 3 foot
Man,
10.
that's on YouTube.
Do you guys want to figure this out?
Well, okay, I'm assuming time would go by.
Yeah, right.
You realize, okay, hey, my friends are here. Hey, I need help going to go.
Realize, hey, he's not going anywhere.
Right. He's not going anywhere, but I'm still waiting on you guys. He's not my priority number one.
So, Reuben,
Yeah.
I noticed you've been here for quite some time now, good sir. How,
3 days now.
It's been 3 days. You haven't left. It stinks.
is everything okay?
Well, I would hope so. The last I heard from the group was that they were again on Mount Camford, and that's the last I've heard back since my adventures.
Dare I say, if my friends went missing, I would assume I would go look for them, yes?
For the most part, yes. However, they were being accompanied by someone that I would consider a wall with legs. So I would assume that they are safe.
Little do you know, he went down in the
Interesting indeed, a wall with legs.
But since you bring it up, would you maybe want to accompany me in maybe tracking them down to make sure everything is okay?
I would be honored to. Let me just head upstairs and grab a couple things, and I will be right down.
Don't forget the meat.
So, before you walk off, there's another figure that sort of walks up overhearing this conversation. Would you like to introduce your character, Ben?
Alright, so, wait, is this like in-game or just?
It's in-game.
In-game.
Just like tell them what they look like, any of the obvious stuff.
So, he's like an average build guy. He's
What race?
he's an Asian man.
Asian man.
Oh.
An Asian man.
Hell yeah.
And
Very
he's
unique race.
the Asian. I thought about doing an accent. I was like,
We're not that popular.
But he's an Asian dude. He's kind of dressed like. I don't know if any of you guys have played Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
Kinda
Yes.
Like the Wonders kind of outfit, you know.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's dressed like that, pretty cool.
I don't know the rest of the song.
But you know, and I walk in and I approach the barkeep, you know, and I ask him, "Do you have any sake, sir?"
I think I have some down in the basement. Let me go check.
And he's like, "I understand. I'm from a faraway land. You know, I've really never been anywhere, but I come here for a reason, and I just know if there's any work here, if there's any, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of looking for ancient artifacts of power. It's kind of the entire reason I came here. So if you know of any ruins or anything, I'd pay for good for information."
What did you say your name was again?
Hammond.
Hammond?
Yes.
All right.
All
Alright, Hammy it is. Hi, I'm Reuben.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And I don't know if you heard me and the barkeep discussing. I'm pretty sure his name is Gallagher. He is accompanying me on going on a trip to see if we can't recover or see any kind of issues with my group of friends that I've been waiting on for quite some time now. I couldn't help but to overhear that you are kind of in the business to be out looking for these certain things. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could accompany us in our trek to Mount Camford.
I think I could, and I think you'd find my knowledge on artifacts and my innate ability with magic useful. I think.
Magic. Okay.
We trips.
Time. Do I know about all this yet?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Okay, thank you. So we have another member of our group that is also a magic user that I feel like you guys would get along great.
Yeah, I'd love to meet and discuss some theories and whatnot with them.
Absolutely. Yeah. As soon as Gallagher gets back, we'll be on our way.
Right. Your sake, good sir.
He's not good.
So let me ask this: if y'all are all three are heading out, what are you going to do with this
the bar?
Do you have like a lizard? Oh, so you have a lizard person?
To be in description, I am named after my great-grandfather, Archibald Galahad III.
Gallagher.
He is part of one of the wealthiest families of Gloria, so do well that I come from wealth. So I do have a bit of good money to pay someone to watch over my tavern.
Can't wait till this one's over. He was a pillar of the community.
So I will grab my, I guess you can say my ward, call her Beth, and I tell her to look over the tavern. I will be assumed to be gone in a couple of days.
Alright, easy enough. Beth, of course, takes over. She's on anyway. She's always looking to maybe even run the bar by herself.
Thanks, Beth.
So, are we heading now to Mount Canford?
Do we just meet them at the gate? Hi guys, where y'all
to
going?
Mount Canford. The NPC.
They're walking like a Skyrim guard out in the middle of Whiterun.
I took an arrow to the knee once.
So this trip is weeks long.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I
got roach, so I'm good.
It starts in by just taking the main roads north until you run out of main road. Then it becomes sort of a dirt path, and it slowly transitions into jungle.
So is it safe to say that this whole time while they're journeying, we're resting?
Yeah, I was about to say, we're just hanging out with Albus's
Okay, so the time's a little different here, so
Shut the fuck up.
just bear with me.
Oh, so we're trying to match it up. So by the time this fight ended,
So my
they're
goal for
walking
this
up.
session is to get everybody together.
Right, yeah.
And figure out a plan for next week. So some days in, there's a thick fog that sort of starts enveloping the jungle. It's sticky and it smells of tar and it makes breathing slightly harder. This isn't fog. This is smoke.
Sorry.
That word doesn't mean what you think it
Ruben,
means.
this is probably pretty obviously where your guys have went. You don't know what's ahead, but
It's clear
you start
that
heading towards what you would think the source of the smoke is, and you begin to hear like the yells of warriors, the cries of animals. One such of the animalistic sounds reverberate with like a bassy echo. Sounds of large jungle trees having their branches broken and entire trees being uprooted.
so whatever it is, it's big.
Yes.
I'm very small.
The smoke becomes heavier, and the scent changes to like burning hair and meat. As you get close to this sort of whatever's going on, this chaos, there's a small little smoldering monkey that darts past both of you, screaming at its frantic call. Ahead of you, you see just all manner of small humanoid like gnomes fighting primates. They're not just necessarily small. There's like different size primates, but there's all these small gnomes. Some of them are on wolf back. A lot of them hold like spears, saps, but this is a full-on battle in the jungle between these gnomes and these primates. And this is when we're going to switch back to the main party. You all have sort of gotten what you're able to from this dragon. I'm not going to let you have an entire dragon. At some point,
Some stuff would be too heavy for
you
us to
can't carry an entire huge dragon.
Just like
But
we're just a little weak from almost dying.
so you gather what you think would be applicable. You know you're on top of this mountain, and the dragon came from a cave. It had emerged from what you assumed to be its lair. What are we doing from here? We'll talk about what you actually received from the dragon later.
Anybody got any heals? I'm kind of hurting over here.
We probably should take a moment to rest. I need to repair my firearm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good with taking a rest.
Okay, so y'all can take a...
Don't have any heals for you, but...
Y'all can take a rest. I doubt it's going to be. Are y'all taking like a full rest? Like y'all
Short
sleeping
rest.
8 hours or short rest? So
It's
what you can do is, if you would like to recover some hit points over a short rest, you can roll half of your hit dice. Your hit dice determines how many hit points you have every level.
Okay,
Does everybody know what their hit dice is?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fine.
So like you would, let me see.
Like a 1d8.
Is that what you roll for hit points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so,
for damage, yeah. Like to do damage.
No, not that. Blah.
You don't worry about it. Yeah. Oh, hold on.
So like for the Blood Rager.
I can't believe myself.
How do I find that?
The easiest way I know.
Oh, D10.
Okay.
I found it.
Where'd you
Where's it
find
at?
it?
Tell everybody.
Go to your like the top of your like character here. Click your class. Click the like where it says classes, and then it is the top line.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you can roll for a short rest. You can
That's
roll
the
half
diamond, right?
The D8.
You guys have a good one.
No, mine's a D10.
It's the this one here.
So we roll. So
You
I
can
roll like a
roll
D4.
half of yours. So you're level 6. You each can roll 3 of your hit dice to recover.
Oh, okay. That's a lot more generous than I was expecting. And I
Now
can
you
select
add
what I
each
got.
one together.
Yeah.
You sure we don't go back to max health since we leveled up?
Yes. This isn't a. You're now
Okay.
leveled up.
Okay.
Technically, you wouldn't
7.
even level up until a long rest, but we're just going to call it like it is
Gotcha.
to simplify things because I know everybody already leveled their character.
Plus 7.
Cool. That got me in quite a bit.
Here we go. 24 health. And my gun is no longer about to explode.
Do you have to make a roll for that? Is it just something you're able to...
It's something I get as the gunsmith feat. It just happens.
Okay, cool.
So I just look at it and it fixes itself. Intimidation.
Now that we have completed the short rest, what is the plan from here?
It's like a...
Well, I noticed the cave where the dragon was kind of hovering over for most of the battle. I think we need to go check out the cave.
Very observant to see the cave at the top of the mountain that we were going to. At the beginning.
Listen here, Rat. I don't need any mouth from you. Moors, are you ready to go?
Be sure
We're
Yes.
going in the cave.
That's fine with me. Also, I would like my name to be Moors, the Dragon Slayer. Just want that to be known.
That
We
would
need
be,
both hit points.
Alright, he's got a nickname.
that would be a negative. Anyway, into the cave.
Big guy seems upset.
Would you like it to bring a bush?
Yes.
Okay.
Pull that bush up I hid in. It was the only thing big enough.
Hear that? Rexar's big fan of Bush.
Oh, bush. Glycerine was a really good song.
Inside the cave,
was thinking
there
president.
is... Okay, well, there's no lights in the cave currently, so you guys are going to have to figure out how to be able to see.
Strike up that torch.
Okay?
The torch.
I also
Fire your gun.
No.
If you get hit points, we know there's something down there.
So, I mean, if you're able to light the torch is lit, and this entire cave lights up like a sparkling green. There's like bare rock, and there's also like broken bits of rubble around. But there are definitely like amounts of like fine, like a fine green crystal just kind of laying about randomly.
Would that be knowledge arcana to pick some of it up and try to figure out what it is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure out what it
Something
is.
check to me.
13.
13, probably not.
Okay.
Could I try to check to see what it is?
Hey, listen, I'm an idiot, but
Thank you.
I've got a pretty good knowledge of some stuff.
I'd also like to try. I don't, but
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
so,
nat 20.
20 plus 14, so 34.
So, it's...
I had a 15.
Anything you need to know, this cave, at one point, what looks to appear to be made completely out of, like, encased with vertiflux. Me and you talked about what vertiflux was. Something has come in here and destroyed what it was. There are still, again, like
He was high on
piles and different amounts of like fine material that could be picked up. But other than that, I mean, you know what it is. It's vertiflux, and the entire layer of this, what used to be the dragon's lair, has essentially been destroyed, possibly blown. You as being an alchemist would know that some sort of explosive was used to sort of excavate or quickly mine this cave of its natural resource.
Alright.
So, Rat, what is it?
It looks to have been a vertiflux thing. It's been mined probably some time ago.
Hey, I got some of that off of Albus.
And I will also say, in the cave, even for the dart, there is a large opening that looks to exit out the side of the mountain. That also looks to have been exploded. Possibly whatever y'all were looking for may have, whatever done this may have been what you were looking for, and it's like had to escape. This is how they exited the mountain.
Well, while we're here, we should collect as much as we can. It's valuable, if not useful.
Okay.
Is vertiflux a real thing?
Yes, well, it is in my world.
That didn't help me.
It
Just
does have
wanting to know
magical
in real
properties, I
life
just
where we are
don't-
currently.
Like,
Is it-
can you find it in Pathfinder?
No.
Okay.
How much would you like to get, Rat?
How much can you carry?
As much as you were
What's your
able to.
carrying capacity?
Come on, Tank. Let's see it.
Let's go ball with
Let's
legs.
see. Hold on.
So
Let's do some math.
I know
Keep-
it's
keep
just
going
fine
while I'm
dust, so we can't get like a ton. But
Keep going while I'm doing some quick
So let's
math.
just say this: you don't really have to do the math. Altogether, you're pretty good with math because you have a pretty high intelligence. You're able to gather roughly 15,000 gold worth of this fine dust.
Well, I can carry 149 more pounds of it before I'm overweight.
But in the middle of trying to gather what you're able to gather, you kind of hear like a rumbling, and then the ground beneath you begins to crack.
we should leave.
And fray. There's a large crack opens up, and down below you can actually see like red hot lava. The entire cave begins to light up,
Sorry, guys. Those good berries had cheese on them.
and the entire mountain just begins to shake.
It's a volcano.
Things start falling from the roof.
Quick to the
Time to leave.
exit out the side of the mountain. Let's
Time
go.
to leave.
Run.
Okay,
Okay.
I guess we leave.
Okay.
We grabbed the 1,500 gold pieces of vertiflux.
It's 15,000.
Oh,
That's a very big difference.
There's an extra zero there, dog.
Let's.
so we have 15,100
real
gold
quick,
pieces of vertiflux. I have it. Don't worry, I have it.
Scriven.
Could you have that?
Yeah.
Mr. Scriven.
Mr. Rat.
What's up?
If
Rat.
you would, go ahead and roll perception.
I don't think I have a great perception.
This is as you're kind of sort of running out.
What is your perception modifier?
So I got a 7 total.
I would probably be better for that because mine's a
didn't
plus
ask.
This
9.
is specifically for him.
Oh.
Okay, well, never mind. You all leave. And
I'm in a
begin-
bit of a hurry.
Yeah, you're in a hurry. It's hard to notice things, but I just wanted to see something.
It went eye level with him, you know. It was 4 foot high, and he's.
It was 6 foot. No, but anyway, y'all begin rushing out of the mountain as quickly as possible. Where are you guys headed? This was not in the same direction as the
What do we see once we get out of this exit?
same thing as going up. It's
It's just a downhill
it's
slope.
downhill. You're starting to see.
So there's not like a pathway or.
There's no pathway. Of course, there's like remnants of the primates that lived on the mountain. You see like bedding and stuff placed randomly about.
What about the line of fire? Is that still lit?
So you can't tell from here, but what you do see as y'all descend the mountain, you see smoke starting to make its
Bellow.
way up the mountain.
Alright, so we can hit that line, and then we can just track back in the direction that we came, and we'll be able to find
The direction,
Minish Cap.
the direction that we came is on the other side of the line of fire.
That's true, but we know where the line of fire is, and we just keep walking that direction,
But,
and we'll find where it
if
came
that's
from.
where you're wanting to go, you could walk diagonally around the mountain
Yeah.
and down. If that's
So we're just gonna track back around the
I
mountain.
mean, can I use survival to try to like determine the quickest, most efficient path down the mountain?
Yes. Feel free.
Okay, just
Let the rat out. Hey.
that's a 19.
19, you are able to take a pretty good guess. There are some somewhat cut out trails from where these primates have, where they typically walk and do their sort of things.
So that we can avoid unnecessary.
So you can,
You want to fight stuff? It's free XP, dude.
but behind you the entire time you're watching.
I'm running out of bullets.
Well, it's more so it's to avoid the fact that the whole mountain is shaking.
It's coming
That's
down.
it.
And this mountain is coming down, and you
There's
all
lava
avoiding falling and possibly getting stuck in whatever it is that's about to happen. Quickly running down the mountain, you can begin to start seeing the fire from the fire line that was lit behind you all as you ascended. It's still going, it's still burning. You haven't spent a lot of time away, so it's still there. And you begin to hear the sounds of battle going on, the same sort of warrior screams and primate calls, and of course the giant reverberating bassy primate call that you heard that was described to the other party.
So we try to jump the fire line.
We used to do that.
I say we just jump through it, boys.
I think we tried to put out a
I
portion
think
of it.
I'll
Yeah,
take
you
some
ride
dirt
the
and
fire
I'll
line.
like sprinkle it on the, not sprinkle it, but like chuck it on there
I'm
on
jumping
the fire line.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna jump the fire line?
No. I'm gonna wait for them to decipher something. They're a lot smarter than me.
Okay, let's
Right,
You're a
put
brute.
out
let's do this.
You don't have the brains.
Y'all figure it out. Rat and Storm.
Snake. I'm a snake.
Are you a reptile?
I'm a snake creature.
Let's say you can use
Snake
survival
humanoid.
to attempt to find enough something that you could probably
I guess
throw
I'll just-
to
I'll
extinguish
fail.
the fire.
I'll roll
In
two.
enough of an area that you can get across it.
That's a 2 minus 1, so it's a 1.
I got a 13.
I don't know what dirt looks like.
14.
13. Well, between a 13 and 14, it's easy enough that y'all are able to find some loose dirt that's been kicked up, and possibly some
Look at the
sort
ground.
of
Where's it at?
like damp leaves that you're able to sort
Rock.
of build a pathway that is still hot,
But you could
prevents
run.
you from being burned if you choose to cross quickly enough. And together, y'all all don't see each other yet, but together, both of you look out across this battle going on as if like as if you're watching the battle, but you can only focus on one thing. The statue of the tiger that was in the city that y'all had seen before stands out in this massive battle between these gnomes and these primates. It's almost untouched.
Rat. Go investigate.
You also see a
No.
full-on gargantuan gorilla-looking creature, similar to the gorillas you fought on the way up the mountain, that is absolutely tearing trees, pushing up against them with its shoulder to push them over.
He must not move very
Slamming-
fast
like,
because
this
he's
is
been coming for a
full-on-
hot minute.
This is full-on Kong level.
Is he like beating the Minish Cap up and like killing him?
For sure, he's hammer fisting areas of like an AOE.
Like, is
stands up
he
to
in the
something.
village?
Yeah, in the middle.
Okay,
of the
Like,
he's
wreck-
okay, that
He's
makes more
wrecking
sense.
shit. He's pulling the
'Cause
trees down that
he
they're
looks
in
like Mighty
living
Joe
in.
Young. just fucking shit up.
The way that I was understood, I thought that this thing was still coming through the trees, and I was like,
No.
we've had time to lose a guy, ain't come back down the mountain, and this guy still ain't here.
He's in the middle
He's doing
of
like a
it.
menacing slow
And,
walk.
he's
all the
Fucking
way.
it up.
At one point, he stands up on his hind legs and it's like a bassy look.
Is this King Kong?
That's what he said. Very similar.
Mighty Joe Young.
Reuben, look out.
What's the plan here?
What the fuck you mean?
Let's attack the big guy.
Are you
we
No! Wait, what?
gotta help the Minish Cap. You're not here.
Let's calm down. First of all, why the fuck do we have to help the Minish Cap?
Why do we have to help the innocent people?
So you said we haven't met back up with them yet?
Not yet.
Second of all, we've all taken the beating here.
I as much as I hate to, Storm, I agree with the rat. We need to
We need to think.
We need to get out of here.
And with that, we'll transition back to the other party.
They're 5 foot
You
steps
see the
away
same
in front
things
of
that I
us.
just described, the statue standing alone, as well as you see this massive ape just tearing shit up in this between these gnomes and the cities, and there's like the thatch roofs and everything falling from the sky of the canopy. What do you guys want to do?
Well, see, we didn't come for a fight yet. We still gotta find the rest of the group. There's not enough meat in the world that would make me want to fight a massive gorilla.
But be prepared to, just in case he does attack. So I'm gonna ready my bow just in case.
Okay.
I have more than a few shots. I'd be down for it.
I just want to sneak around this damn thing. That's what I'm good at.
I think it would be smart to sneak around.
Just try to stay out of.
Seeing these two creatures,
Yeah,
There's just one of the massive,
Well,
but there's just like
nothing.
dozens. And
seeing
dozens.
these gnomes and monkeys, I say we let them fight it out.
That's not our beef.
That's not my fight. No.
Okay, so what particular are you guys like? What's the goal here? Are you attempting to like look for your other members of your party?
Yeah, so just sneak around the Civil War going on and the big monkey
First
men.
off, let's do some stealth rolls around.
For the B team, right?
Huh? Yeah, for the beach.
S. Down at the bottom. Scroll down until you see stealth. It'll be this
My
number
brain's not here.
plus your modifier, the first number.
14.
Okay, so 13 plus 13. So I got 26.
Man,
So you're definitely.
Yeah, I'm
like-
definitely sneaking around. I'm fucking.
Okay,
I mean,
not
They don't.
necessarily.
They don't need to see
I
you.
would roll
Um,
26
That's
exactly.
enough between the heat of the battle that you kind of can kind of start around
Disappear.
things and not be noticed. Now what I want is I want all of you to, well, all of you can if you would like them to help you, but at least you need to roll perception to try to look for the other party in the middle of this chaos.
My backstory is I got a job when I became an adult.
Ben, roll for perception.
Perception.
yeah, we're gonna try and see if we can't pick these guys out of the mass Civil War going on.
Yeah, if you can't see a brick wall between a bunch of
Fuck.
gnomes.
You got it, Ben. I rolled a
What's
three.
your
not a
perception?
gnome or a
No, your
monkey.
perception's
Oh,
a
okay,
plus
I got a
10.
13 perception.
Do you have the miscellaneous too?
What?
You
You got 13?
I think so.
Oh.
No, so that's your total. So you just
What's your perception?
Okay,
Plus
so
10?
just plus 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Plus 6. Oh, sweet. Perfect.
What is it?
You got a nat
20.
20.
Nat 20.
20.
So,
So
okay,
26.
so you,
Is that it?
you,
That looks like a wall of
you see
legs.
sort of
That's
like
not a
small,
monkey.
Dwayne
like-
Rock Johnson.
Well, it's a pretty big rat.
That's a cool rat.
He's got a gun.
A long tube that you're not sure what is. You've never seen anything like that before. You also see a weird looking dude with 2 hand crossbows. This is from a distance, so you're not getting a ton of details.
You see a
and
wall
then
with
you also
legs.
see a human with them, but he's kind of a burly looking guy.
Yeah.
They all three stand out in the middle of these gnomes and
Hey,
primates fighting. one
Keep
another.
in mind, compared to the other two with me, I'm 6'8".
Yes, you're burly
Shaquille
and big.
O'Neal is
I thought I made that clear enough.
Okay, so do you guys see that large man and those 2 weird creatures over there?
Well,
I don't see anything.
I recognize, I think 2 of them, but what's the rat?
I think it's a cool rat. I like rats.
I thought he was part of the battle. I thought it was like a rodent versus gnome kind of thing.
Reuben,
That tube it's holding
shouldn't
is
that
very
be
odd.
the small elf wizard thing? I think his name is Albus, I think.
Yeah, there's supposed to be 4.
I only see 3.
Boy, they know how to do math real quick.
Okay,
Technically, you
see
think there's
them.
3.
So do we advance towards them?
That's only 3 though.
Yeah, he would expect
Kinda-
only 3.
Yeah.
Does that sound similar to the group you were with?
It sounds very similar,
Let's
especially
walk
the
towards
the
them.
big wall with legs.
I say we go towards them. If
We-
anything, it's help for the
we-
gorilla.
Run away
Fodder
from
for
the
the
gorilla.
cannons.
Because we all rolled high enough to sneak around necessarily the battle, but we're like, hey, there's a rat over there.
So y'all make your way over there, and that stealth check was plenty enough that y'all are continue able to use that same skill check to arrive with this other party. What's interesting about this to you is Albus is not with them,
Right.
and keep in mind that you two don't recognize any of these people. and you three, once y'all see
He
them,
would.
Wouldn't I
the
slightly
barkeep.
recognize it
okay,
considering
you
I'm
would
with
recognize
them?
some of them. My
He's a
apologies.
barkeeper.
You would not. You wouldn't recognize any of them.
No, I'm just some dude.
But when
Some Asian guy.
when the other three of you spot them, knowing Reuben, you don't recognize the other two.
Right. Upon seeing Reuven,
Now just keep in mind, this is like full-on battle.
Yeah,
There's screaming and yelling.
Not really time to ask questions.
So, question: in the fog of war, would we recognize them immediately, or would this be something that, like, I see people
rat roll perception.
kind of like sneaking up on us and like you understand what I'm saying?
Make a sense motive check.
Can I operate under the assumption that if it's not a monkey or a gnome, it's probably not part of the battle?
22.
22. These they don't appear to be hostile towards
Okay.
you.
Okay. Yeah. Rat. Morse. I think I see.
Please use
Reuven.
my full name. Morse Quitter, Dragon Slayer. Go ahead.
Yelling over the
I can see it.
I prefer to use my full name.
It's a new title. I'm very happy about it.
It's okay that you don't remember my name. I understand the concussion that you got from the dragon. Scramble.
You make a good point.
Yeah.
I think I see Reuven, and I don't recognize the other two, but I can definitely tell Reuven.
Just see the ninja.
Yes.
Oh,
You just see me like,
boy.
And I say we meet up at this point. Reuven, where have you been?
the better question is, where's Albus?
Reuben,
We can't
who
talk
are
about
you?
that right now.
was
We
told
need
there
to
was a
get out of
magician.
here now.
I agree. Let's
We
get
need
the hell
to get
out.
out of here now.
Run.
Well, now we have numbers on our side.
No.
We can totally take out
No.
this gorilla.
Shut up.
Morse,
Why?
you slayed one dragon. I don't want to hear it anymore.
You slayed a dragon?
I did. I have a new title. I'm Morse Quitter, Dragon Slayer.
I fought the dragon 4 times, and then he touched it in the eye, and it died.
We need to go
He's a
now,
little salty
guys.
about it.
Is this a rat?
It is a rat.
We're a common species. You've met me.
We'll talk about it later. I guess we're leaving.
We need to go.
We gotta go.
Okay, so we.
A black guy.
Where's Albus? As we're running out of the woods.
As you all begin to try to turn to run and escape.
Oh God, we're gonna have to fight the monkey.
Hold on. All 6 of you at one time. Again, the same statue sort of catches your eye, and for a visual for those that weren't here during that particular session, this statue it's a pretty large statue of just like a tiger that's made of like entirely of like a quartz, like it's super white and there's a bit of sparkle.
Could be
in it
ivory,
once in a while.
possibly.
Could be ivory. And surrounding it is sitting on sort of like a pedestal that has like a sort of small
That's
base
what
on
I'm
its
saying,
front.
but quartz dude.
And this statue, all of you at once, it catches your eye as you see some of the stone that you assume that this statue is made out of begin to crack, and bits of it begin to fall off as this tiger statue comes to life.
We're gonna have to fight the statue.
It sort of sheds all of the stone around it and begins to grow to a huge size, almost matching the size of the gigantic ape that's terrorizing this town.
Here goes Casey, second character.
Time out. Is it hostile?
This is full-on kaiju fight, like the
This is gonna be like Kong versus.
You're the only character.
begins.
I haven't learned your name.
I know of these. They were in my home country.
Mysterious land of Asia.
The one statue of
I've read
Culture,
a
the
few,
guardian, the protector of the
Speaking of
gnomes,
literature,
comes to life and
He's gonna fight the big primate.
begins running full speed at this massive primate.
Let's go.
Jumps on its back and it begins wrestling with it. It wrestles it to the ground and finally is able to get it by the neck and rip its throat out.
Brutal.
We're still in the scene real quick. It rips its throat out. It begins spilling blood and viscera everywhere. And then the mountain explodes.
Nice.
Like full on, everything shakes around you. It's hard to stand up. It's hard to keep your footing. Matter of fact, everybody make a
God damn it.
reflex save.
I also shake when I explode.
It's on the first page.
It'll be your saving throws.
So yours is a +2.
26?
Okay.
23!
Bribble!
26.
Bribble's just standing out.
17.
Yours is one better than mine.
23.
Okay, somehow all of you manage to stay
We're all the way
on
off
your feet and
dirt
not
body.
fall prone in the middle of this. As you watch the life leave this massive
Hey, cool guys don't watch explosions.
gorilla being torn to shreds, and as its body lay there lifeless now,
Just
the
all six
mountain,
of us just.
Mount Camford explodes as the once inactive volcano blows the top of itself and through the trees that have been mangled that this gorilla has pulled down the trees, and you can actually see the sky as the tip of the mountain like sort of disintegrates and a massive plume of ash and lava begins shooting out and falling to the surrounding mountain, including the city that y'all are in. Kaltar, the guardian, the massive tiger, checks this, sees this, goes back to the basin of the fountain that it was at, stands, and a sort of starts projecting this like cast of this massive dome. It's like a blue shimmering. It envelops the entire city as it sort of like it spans, and as you watch as the dome begins to fill the entire area, and you're watching, it's like your lives are about to end with the ash and the lava falling from the sky, and then it just hits the dome and begins spreading across it, enveloping you all. And darkness, well, it starts out as like hot, burning lava, and it lights up the area, but then it slowly begins to cool into darkness, and you are all protected from what's happened. Once the massive gorilla died, the rest of the primates just kind of began to disperse and running out of the area, especially after the massive shaking earthquake of the mountain exploded. You are now safe, at least from dying of lava and ash from the exploding of the mountain.
I'm going to.
It's weird.
The bloody hell.
I'm going to grab Reuben, and me and Reuben are going to walk off at least a couple of feet away, and I'm going to call for no metagaming. I'm going to talk to him in Elven so none of them can understand.
I can understand.
I speak
Elven.
your language.
Hey,
I'm far enough away that you can't hear me.
I want to look for the gnome leader.
Can I roll for that?
I want to look for the gnome leader in all this mess.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll perception for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you asked a question back there, and I didn't have time to answer, but Albus is dead. The dragon kind of strung us as a surprise at the top of the mountain. There was a huge, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but there was a huge vertiflux vein in the cave that it looks like somebody had excavated.
So keep in mind, the dragon that y'all fought very much resembled the surrounding cave.
Right, yeah. So it definitely could have been brought to life by the excavation,
And you
the
would also
dragon.
gather, I don't know if I was specific enough, but you would also gather that the dragon that y'all fought was the same name as the log that you had found in the castle.
Yes.
Where they had been trading massive amounts
Yes,
of
yes. So all of this ties together with Vissel Torres. But Albus lost his life in the fight to the dragon. We buried him atop the mountain, which, as you can see, is no longer a mountain. So I assume his body is lost for forever now, but he at least died fighting. He did not go down without a fight, but I notice you're bringing two new guys, and I kind of recognize the other guy, but who's the Asian man?
So the Asian man was in the tavern as me and I believe his name is Gallagher were talking in the tavern, and he is here. He's also a wizard. Is that what that sorcerer?
So you would have
Yeah.
magic user.
He magic user, sorcerer, as Albus was, which is why I brought him to accompany. But I'm sorry that I was not there myself. I had some important things come up, as I
I
do
don't know. I
often.
don't know if you can tell. I'm a little beaten myself.
You look like you
yeah.
had it.
I've had better days. But yeah, no, he probably would have been a real asset. But I really don't think more people would have helped. Man, this dragon was it was one for the ages.
Well, I'm glad that you guys at least made it out with
for the
what
most
you
part,
have.
yeah. For the most part, we did manage to get all of Albus's things. I would at least like to return some of it to
He
RLL.
also had drops.
He did. Just for the sake of it,
He just didn't write it down.
I kind of grabbed it, but I would like to return some of this to RLL at some point, just to kind of give her peace of mind. We're also going to have to tell her, which is going to be quite a tale in and of itself. But what about the other guys? Is that the barkeep from that bar downtown?
He gave me some good meat and says he has money. We'll get into that. The more important question is, more Slated Dragon, you guys are running around with a rat?
The rat, I believe his name is Skrillex. He's got a lisp. He's kind of a pretty cool guy. He kind of can get annoying. He likes to talk about something called a gun.
Dude, when you die, you'll be dead mouse.
I've never heard.
I can't say
And then Moore's, like, if you really want me to be honest with you, the rat's actually kind of useful. He did most of the damage to the dragon. Moore's just kind of got lucky. Both of them did a lot of running, a lot of something called reloading.
Didn't I hear one of them say that you were in a bush?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Interesting. I rolled a 29 perception.
Yeah, easily enough you find
The big gnome.
he is sort of up against a tree, heavy breathing, he's hurt, bleeding from various orifices. Doing so good.
I want to talk to him and be like, hey man,
Are you able to?
is that
good gnome?
spell
Speak
still on
gnome?
me?
No.
Damn.
Damn.
I don't know. Can I follow him? I assume because I'm not doing anything.
You don't speak the language either.
Yes,
Yes,
I
he
do.
does.
Yes, he
Yes, he
does.
does.
I
He
think
actually
another point
speaks
in the
like.
language
Oh.
skill.
I think.
While we were fighting the dragon, I thought about it with my 10th level
I took
intellect,
my new book out.
and I now know Gnomish. So let me talk.
We'll never encounter Gnome ever again.
He wrote the book Gnomish for Dummies.
You know. So let me talk to him.
Alright, you want to ask him if he needs some help?
I'm not going to ask what he wanted me to ask you because it seems like a pretty obvious answer. But
Do you have anything
Look.
I could steal?
can you speak to me, sir? Are you conscious?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good sign. Would you like a good berry?
I gave these to you.
Yes, that might help him.
Here you go.
He takes it and he regains 1 hit point.
He's up.
He wasn't
He
down.
wasn't unconscious. You can tell that it makes a small difference.
Feels a little bit better.
A couple of the cuts closed. He's no longer bleeding out of every orifice, just most orifices.
Just his butt
No
now.
longer bleeding out, we'll say.
All right. Would you like a second good berry?
That first one made you stuff. This one might overstuff you.
Would you like a handful of good berries?
He didn't offer a handful. This is a stingy rat.
It's a second good one. 2 good berries
We
maximum.
can't eat too many of them because it actually can hurt you if you eat too many of them because it's a full meal.
Carpe diem.
It's like trying times come for trying measures and like take another one. It's basically the same amount of difference as last time, just a little slight increase.
A little bit better.
There we go. All right. Would you like me to translate anything, Morris?
More.
I guess we can ask what we can do to help get this village in a better condition than what it is currently.
Morse wants to know what we can do to help to get this village in a better condition than it is currently. Aside from firefighting, you're gonna have to do that yourself. Nobody here is a firefighter.
Well, he says, I believe Kaltera, the Guardian, awoken once more and protected us, and I believe we are safe from the
Is he a statue again, or?
Yeah,
Hey,
back
oh.
to solid.
Tell Mushroom, or no.
I haven't even told you what he said.
Oh, that's okay. Well, tell him I'm real sorry that my teammates didn't want to fight King Kong.
You tell him.
I don't think speaking louder makes him understand you more than speaking his language. That's racist.
Moore's here was just saying that he's honored that we were here to help against King Kong, and that we charged into the battle to assist, as you know, we're heroes. Anyway, we also happened to notice the large tiger that you were speaking of that did not pass us by. So you good here? Or?
Other than being trapped in the protection that she offered,
Oh
Yeah, so how do we get out of it? Oh, wait, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, that's another. Do you know a way to get us out of the giant obsidian dome that was somehow the solution to magma?
Oh, yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention the fucking rat can talk.
no.
So we're just. Okay.
I vote we blow it open.
Yeah, what are you two down there on the end doing? At the
Ask,
moment?
ask the little man about the magic that has resurrected the statue.
Is the statue magical? I mean, presumably yes, but like,
Where did it come from?
quality?
I mean,
So well at translating exactly what I said.
Now you're paraphrasing.
He's like, he's Asian. He has an accent.
Either
Naruto wants to know.
either Scriven or Hannah, if you have rank, could make a knowledge religion.
I don't
Oh
think.
my god.
Oh, it's religious? I just have arcane and all.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, no. Scriven's an atheist. He posts about it on Reddit a lot.
Okay,
But
just make a
No religion.
general check and add your intelligence modifier then.
I don't know if you read my recent Reddit post on my D&D
Like, this is like
character.
surface level knowledge. We're not going to go too in depth with it.
20.
Plugs his whole.
Did you say 20?
Yeah, 17.
You hear occasionally in the history of things where certain gods can come down in sort of a manifestation of themselves in physical form. This would allude to that fact. That the guardian that they had spoken of whenever y'all initially talked. Do you remember the history that we talked about of the city? Where like the primates had like overrun the city.
Yeah.
And then the tiger showed up and then became the statue that also provided them water. This you would assume to be something that happened that caused that, like an eternal sort of promise to protect this native gnome village.
All right.
Thank you, Rat.
So
Just out of nowhere, Bribble
we've
just shows up.
we've happened to notice that once again your guardian has come to save your village, and that is why it is only halfway destroyed. And as
I will accept my form of payment now.
I would like you to repay the 2 good berries, by the way.
I'm gonna need those back.
Those berries are expensive.
I'm gonna need 2 more good berries.
Avatar was the word I was looking for. An avatar of them had.
Who were you talking to just then? Him or him?
Both of us.
Both. Both.
But he's like, feel free to look around. I'm sure some fell.
Oh, he's gonna make you look for him, Skrillex.
You are close to the ground.
Ratman, you have good smelling, yes?
Reuven, what's with the dude's accent?
Dude,
No.
he's Asian. You're talking to a rat.
Yo, rat does good damage. Chill.
So does the snake. Good job,
man.
Morse. Proud of
What is
you.
your name, Asian
Thanks.
man? Hammond. What do you do, Hammond? Reuven told me you were some sort of sorcerer, but you looked to me as if you were some sort of swordsman.
Well, the slaves that raised me and the slavers prefer swords and whatnot, but through their vile blood curse, I have this innate ability for magic, so I've started to learn.
And you, barkeep, fetch me a drink.
Excuse me?
I didn't say.
You brought the mead, right?
He told me you had mead.
3 brain cells. It's fine. Just feed him alcohol. He'll be alright.
If I had some, I would not give it to
I
that
had
dull-foul
So there's no mead.
Bloody no! I brought things to do the bat.
Are you drinking one?
What about health potions?
Yeah, you got any health? Anything? Are you useful at all?
I am poor.
Boy, isn't that a trade?
I bought a couple of things out of my personal collection to have you know.
Cool. Well, not me, but some of these guys need some help.
Well,
I told
some
you,
of
did I
these
not?
gentlemen need to learn some manners.
If you're talking about the brick wall, don't worry. He's not very smart.
It gets
We
worse.
don't let him talk to most things.
Did you bring merchandise, perhaps?
May I see these swords, Hammond?
He said he didn't.
I'll let you.
He just said he didn't have the.
I thought
Oh.
you said you.
He just said the people that raised him prefer swords.
Oh.
He doesn't.
Oh, I thought
You'll
you
have
had
to
a
forgive the
katana.
big one. He doesn't get out often.
Thought
And when he does, he hides in bushes apparently.
Dude, you ought to seen us fight this dragon. He was a bushgoer for sure.
He reminds me of that gorilla that just got destroyed.
Just
much
only
more
smaller.
Mind you, you can't even get that big.
No.
Um,
Not even.
Many
Even at
creams
full?
he does.
yeah, that
Like with both of them?
that one, the Mega Primatus is gargantuan.
Oh, so I can only get
You can get to huge.
which is 2 steps below that. Because next is giant, right?
Yes.
And then would be gargantuan.
I feel like Reptar is like a. He looks like
A
Hulk. He's like,
all too familiar
killing the
voice
dragon
creeps into
bee.
your head.
Oh.
And you hear a little too. Or what is it? He says, "Not fast enough, little mouse. I see you got another one of your companions killed." And that's it.
What are you looking to do for?
it's not him still in awe.
A walking, talking rat.
So we're trapped in this dome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rats dig, right? You think
Can
dig us
I
a hole?
access-
Oh, he also says, "I'll see you soon."
Can I access
I'll help.
him?
You can try to reply.
No, not him.
Oh,
The other
Elf.
thing
Elf?
that I got from the cave.
You know, if you can roll
That I
one of the
freed
clear,
from the
that'll
dungeon
run
underneath
away. I
Floria.
just need a double.
oh, you
two
can.
berries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I access him? Or do I have
He
to...
just said, "Think of me when you need me."
Oh, yeah. But I'm only allowed one, right?
Yep, that was the deal.
I don't need to do that, though.
Get us out of here! What do you mean?
Ratman, what uses does your tube have?
You need my firearm?
I've never seen one of those.
How does it work?
Quite an exquisite
So
looking
there's a
thing.
lot of things you haven't seen. Now, it works very simply, you see. As I explained to the other people, except for him, he didn't get it. But
There's no surprise there.
you put an explosive at this end. You put around, typically a metal ball, in front of the explosive. Then you blow it up, and it comes out the end of the tube. And it sounds a lot less impressive when I explain it, but that's functionally how it works.
So my
Shoot it at the dome, Ratman.
Can you see the air?
So-
Okay, so it's not that strong.
my good sir.
Force
So
field.
basically, what you're telling me is you've
Like
turned
all of
a
us, can we
cannon
see the
into a
edge or-
smaller
Version
of it.
I mean,
I would
but-
say,
handheld
yeah.
too.
Because I would assume it's
I
not
would
very
assume
big because they're
pirates, I think,
gnomes, so I
would
would
be-
assume the village isn't
Well,
very
pirates
big.
existed beforehand. They still use cannons.
The entire village itself
I
is a
have
very
ninja stars.
large size.
Like,
Right.
there was,
Yeah, you mean you were a lot more alike.
I mean, Julius
They're rolling on
Caesar
that
was
in,
abducted
like,
by
miles.
pirates
I'm really
at
glad
some
you're
point.
back. These guys didn't like to
It's-
hide, and
Roughly the size of
they were chastising me for it.
So yeah, we would
We sneak
definitely
around
be able to
here.
see
Yeah,
the-
exactly.
the edge.
We're not going
This
up
guy
to
right
see
over here is
these
really
type
good
shit here,
TV.
dude.
Do you know
Not
that?
yet. But
What
it is
would
one
we
of my
have to
ambitions
meet
as a
him more
character
than
to
that
make a
For that sneak
naval
perception.
What kind of roll would we have to make to try to figure out how to get out?
sell it.
It kind of just depends on how you want to handle it. You could
Well,
maybe
I am
possibly attempt to find
alchemy.
like where the lava cast had not been able to reach. Maybe try to find like a small hole, crawl under. Maybe try to poke a hole through it. It's probably very brittle as general lava cast is.
If I may.
Oh, so the force field's gone. We're just shrouded in the.
Yeah, there's
in the
a dome
obsidian.
of lava cast
Okay.
protecting everybody,
This is-
and it is
mostly
cooling down
This is mostly obsidian
into darkness.
and lava
Some
cat.
cobblestone.
It should be fairly easy to break through. We could be able to make some sort
Oh
of
dang! I don't have a
explosive.
diamond pickaxe. Can't get through it.
You got a point.
It took me like
Cultured
it took me
nerding,
a second
dude.
to get it.
That was
Yeah.
Minecraft reference.
Yeah, I picked up on that one.
Minecraft, the only thing that can mine obsidian is diamond.
My point is, let's just blow it up.
Do we have any explosives?
Well, technically, yes.
Wait a minute.
Yo,
Wait a
we
minute.
empty the rat's pockets, put all the gunpowder
Wait a
together,
minute. Wait.
light that sucker
minute.
up.
What is your name? I keep calling you Rat.
It's rat.
Riven.
It's Scriven.
Skrillex.
Scriven?
Whatever, rub on. Now,
Sounds good.
When he dies, it's dead mouse.
I hate
Could I use magic missile?
I hate you for that.
Magic missile requires a specific target.
The wall.
No, I mean like a.
Oh,
I-
a human
hey,
or-
creature.
You can fire at somebody and accidentally miss.
what do I?
No, you can't miss with magic missile.
No, it follows
Oh.
you.
It's
I
a-
would
it's
say
an
I'd
auto
use
hit
fireball,
damage.
but I don't want to waste it.
I guess
Fireball
I'll.
probably wouldn't do
I
much.
guess I'll be the
Fire-
one. I'll approach the edge.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do.
If we have
I get just for the
explosives,
sake of
like,
adding everything in. I'm just gonna do blood rage
Just dude, you don't
punch
waste
it.
that.
and power attack, right?
Okay.
Because that just does an automatic crit.
No, power attack just adds your.
I want to crit draw.
It just gives you a small penalty to hit in exchange for a small increment in damage.
Okay, so no, we're just gonna do.
But if you, basically, if you're trying to break through it, you're going to have to do enough damage to.
You have gun
Break through, yeah.
I have half of a horn,
How big are
I
mine?
also have half a horn.
but
8.
I know how to make more.
Is this the 8?
I have a preposition.
I'm going to use the
It's a big
claws,
horn.
Make an explosive.
which means I get 2 hits at it.
I was just going to put a shit ton of it in the barrel.
Well, preferably not damaging your firearm, but I would
First hit, no shot, not unless you're just gonna give it to me. It was a 2.
Safe distance to no one get hurt.
Oh,
Uh,
I do have
19
a night
plus
spell,
11,
a
so
night spell
30
if we need to
on the second
light
hit.
it from a distance.
yeah, we can light it.
13.
But I'm thinking most effectively would get a barrel from the gnome.
Did that break the
fill it
wall?
with Gunpowder. put
Chips it
next to
away,
the wall. Assuming-
Can I fire some arrows at it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Are you trying to
Yeah.
aim towards the same area that he's working on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you tell him to get out of the way?
To be generous, I'll be like, hey man, back up for a second.
So,
Okay, so
Let the
before-
Dragon Slayer work.
my good sir, what is your name?
Griffin,
I think Skillet has some gunpowder he wants to use on the
we
area.
were discussing a strategy here, if tempting as it is to try and break through with crossbow bolts. Perhaps we could get a barrel from the gnomes. I can cook up some more gunpowder. We can put that against the wall, and then shoot it with like a fire something or another.
Oh, I've got burning hands.
I have a knife.
Please don't just grab it once we get the barrel.
It's just gonna explode and kill you.
Alright, if we've got a plan, let's go with it.
I can realistically, this place is large enough. I can probably find the material to create.
So would it be
it.
safer if we use fire over here?
Or spark, not ignite.
Or spark the arrow, lights it on fire, we shoot the gun.
As long as fire touches the gunpowder, once it's in the barrel, it'll explode, and it should knock down just about anything around.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Is it a diamond barrel?
No.
It's actually a gnome.
I don't think it's gonna work. It's gotta be diamond. It's not hard enough.
Okay. Well, let's-
TNT won't
Well,
blow
we do
up.
have those scales.
Scales? You have your own scales. I'm not using my scales.
I've got to make
Yes,
dragon
I'm-
armor.
You have
I'm
scales?
gonna go ahead.
I do have scales. It's from
I
the
don't know.
dragon.
I guess what would I make an alchemy roll to create a ton of gunpowder?
Sure.
He wants to make a pipe bomb.
Do me a favor and kind of just describe your how you're handling this, like where you're getting materials, how you're.
Well, the first thing he would do is he'd probably talk. Now that he knows gnomes, he'd probably talk to the gnomes, and he would lift off like basic items that he knows that can be in the wild that would contain what he's looking for.
Okay.
Get their knowledge for it. Ask him, of course, for a barrel or two, depending on if their barrels are small or not. And then from that, once he gets past that, because he also has a lot of knowledge in nature, so whatever they can't point him towards, he would search around on his own using his own natural knowledge.
Because he's a gnome, it would be a
Finds
barrel.
it, gets it, puts it together, mixes together a ton of gunpowder, puts said gunpowder in barrel, puts barrel next to wall.
Okay, so
And then I touch it with my burning hand.
Let's do this.
You know
like
what?
this.
Yeah.
We're
do
going
that.
to do 3 rolls.
Everybody?
No.
Oh.
He's going to make the rolls because he's the one kind of putting all this together. But I want everybody to go around the table and describe how you participate in helping with this.
So it's my first roll.
Your first roll will be you can either do survival or alchemy. One is to like gather like the ingredients, like you said, where that the gnomes are not able to give you access to.
Well, could I-
to go find in general nature.
Yeah, could I use nature?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go find the barrels.
Okay.
Do you have what you need to create spark? Because if not, I can use my axe
I have
with
swords.
some flint.
But the easiest thing to do is we'll
You
just
have
start
what?
on
I
one
can cast
side.
Spark.
So
Oh.
we'll start on this side and just kind of work our way around. So what, you're going to find barrels.
I'll go try and find some barrels that are intact.
How are you going to do that?
Sneak.
Walk around with
Sneak.
the-
I was about to say I would walk around just to see what has survived this massive battle that had went on.
You know that there was a fire line. They had to light it with something.
Yeah. I can
Um,
go
So you
to
go
that
the fire
side
line
and-
and you can find a one of it's like a small. Actually, probably a couple of them where you like stack them on top of each other to make almost like a sealed container.
Mhm.
But they're two like essentially small buckets that were used to light whatever this fire line is.
instead
of having the spark close to
it.
Probably some
you
sort
could-
of tar
I
substance.
think the idea is
bucket's been
since
slightly
he's an
charged
archer and all that, and he has like actual fire.
Yeah, More. So we got. How are you helping
Well,
with this?
We
I'm
do it
gonna
again.
carry the supplies for the Rat Man so he can continue
What if he
to
misses?
talk to him and find other
Okay,
things.
we're
Cool.
talking.
Let's
This
get
we
your
can.
first roll.
Can we do it again?
Rat Man,
Yeah.
roll.
All right, so we're gonna go nature for
Okay.
the first one. It's a 12 plus what is my knowledge nature? 14, so 26.
Okay. You are able to find the components that you need.
Galahad.
Galahad, sorry.
We've
how
called
did
each
you
other
participate
something.
in
Well,
this venture of
I
creating.
figured we were going to spark the arrow so we could be at a safe distance so the explosion doesn't hurt us, and I was going to shoot the arrow at the gunpowder.
Okay, and you're contributing to.
I light it. I'm the fireman.
Yeah.
He's
the
fired.
fire.
Yeah,
He
he's
starts the
actually.
fire and he shoots it. Got it.
He's a firefighter.
So let's go ahead and make the second roll.
Oh, God,
now
what
we
did
gotta
I
do
do?
it. You are-
I'm helping the rat.
You're gonna be the shield.
You're like-
What's up?
Putting it
You
on.
stand
in front of everybody.
Yeah.
This is my
Large
alchemist
man,
roll.
lay down and say on your side.
All right, 13 plus 16. That's a 29 for
Awesome.
creating it.
And lastly,
I'm helping him put everything together because he's small, so he needs somebody to put it all in the barrel.
It would be good to have some,
Like I'm picking the barrel, like I'll carry the barrel to where we want it.
like
The
a
barrel's my
labor.
own size, so
I'm moving everything for everybody.
and then just one last roll of probably after we
somehow
sort of
big.
finalize everything and get it moved to the correct spot.
Okie dokie. 11 plus 16, so 27.
About to say he rolls a
That is
1 and I just
great
drop
rolls.
it.
I mean, technically it's a skill check, so
On
don't
this
do
group,
critical.
sort
Just
of
be a
skill
17.
check. So that's what happens. There's a barrel fashion that's filled with enough gunpowder that you assume would do the job. I'm assuming you all stand at a safe distance and tell everybody to move.
They
out
just
of the
stood
way.
behind me.
Except
And
for
I just
the
shielded
Reptar,
them.
because he wanted to touch it.
You are able to light the arrow,
Yep. That's what.
and you.
yeah. Nah, you gotta roll for it, dude. Let's see if you
Yeah,
hit
Yeah,
it.
let's just make it fun.
Yeah,
Attack roll on stationary gun.
missed.
7. I don't know if that'll.
No, you gotta add
What's-
stuff to it.
What would you want me to add to it?
Your damage, like you have to
attack
your
bonus.
attack
My
bonus
attack
for your
bonus,
bow.
So that would be.
17. Did you say 10?
Yeah, I think so.
17. It's
It'll be the
easy.
first number next to your bow.
Yeah, 7.
17 is easy enough to hit this barrel.
Yeah.
Math
is not working for me right now.
So you hit it,
We
and
give
it
him an easy
sinks into the
character, we still
barrel,
can't play it.
and you stand there for a second, and you wait, and you wait.
Rat Man, I'm not sure you made this bomb right.
And
And then boom.
And then
He
you
ran
blow-
in, and
He
then you made
falls.
it fire.
I mean, there's like a concussive blast in this confined area.
Good thing I was standing in front of all you guys.
And I'm
We're single
between,
file
like,
behind
sort
you.
of Wood and shrapnel of like this lava cast and this obsidian, but you have, after the smoke clears, have made enough of an opening that you all can escape.
I want to pick up some pieces of the obsidian.
Sure. Easy enough.
Right, man. Tell the leader thank you, and we apologize for what may have happened due to our adventures here.
Okay. Thank you, and you're welcome.
I hope that you were able to accomplish whatever it is that you set out to do.
Me too.
It's like, I'm not really sure.
He said you should all follow me, and we should leave. No. He said good luck in paraphrasing.
Alright, then we all
Nice
go back
little
out the
map.
hole.
Nice little map.
Okay, so I think this is a good time as any to end the session. Let's talk about what we want to do next session.